Hi friends, welcome to our channel Kodai Linux. I am your facilitator Murali. In this session, we are going to learn the following. The first thing is use wildcards with the cp command, and secondly, use -capture option, which is a recursive copy option given with the cp command. I advise you to go through first two parts of cp command which I have delivered already before proceeding with this video, if not yet done. The URLs for those sessions is present in the description section of this video. So, first let us start with the cp command using the wildcard characters. Okay, let us list the files in the directory. Okay, so let me list the files in the procs directory. Okay, so here I want to tell you something even before going ahead with the copy command. Like there are two types of referencing. One is the relative referencing and another is the absolute referencing. So while referencing any particular file, okay, for example, I want to reference the directory file procs. So for referencing this procs directory file, I have two ways of doing it. I know that it is in my home directory. Okay, so and my home directory is my current directory. So for telling that, for referencing the file which is in my current directory, I can just reference it by specifying the name of the file. So this is known as relative referencing. Okay, so this is called as relative referencing. So ls procs, it will list the files in the procs directory. Then there is yet another way I can reference this procs directory. How is it? ls/home/ Murali_Maha/procs. This is absolute referencing. Okay, so referencing of the file which always begins with the slash, that is the root directory. Starting from the root directory, I am traversing through the set of directories till that particular directory or file that I want to reference. If I reference that way, starting from the root directory, that is known as absolute referencing. Okay, or specifying the full path name. Okay, the other way of referencing with reference to the current directory, that is known as relative referencing. So I told you how to access cprocs, that is procs directory, using absolute referencing. So /home/Murali_Maha, that is my home directory. There are various ways of accessing the home directory. I don't have to specify the complete path like /home/Murali_Maha. Okay, there is one variable called home. There is one variable called home. Okay, yeah, this is the predefined variable. So this variable contains the home directory of the login user. So I am the login user. So my home directory, path of my home directory is stored in the variable home. So what I can do, instead of giving like /home/Murali_Maha, I can always give $home $home/ procs. That's it. Sorry, ls $home/procs. Yes. So what I did? So how do I recall the previous commands that I have executed? Just by pressing the up arrow. ls$home/procs. This is yet another way of referencing my home directory. There is still yet another way of referencing my home directory. But this is also an absolute path name, because what is the value of $home? /home/Murali. So the path begins with slash. So it's absolute referencing. Then there is another shortcut for my home directory. What is that? Tilde. There is a tilde character. So this tilde character refers to the home directory. Shell understands that I am referring to the home directory. So tilde character is the shortcut for my home directory. So tilde slash procs. That way also I can refer to my home directory. So there are three ways of referring to my home directory. One is slash home slash my home directory name Murali_Maha. Okay. Another way is $home, wherein $home is the name of the variable. Home is the capital HOME, home. That is the name of the variable which stores my home directory path. And dollar is prefixed to tell shell that it is a variable. Then only shell understands that home is a variable. And third way is by specifying the tilde, wherein tilde is the shortcut for the home directory. When I give tilde, it understands that I am referring to my home directory. Okay. Okay. Now let us start working with the cp command using the wildcards. Okay. So let me go to the procs directory, cd procs. Okay. ls-l. I have these. Okay. I want to list out only the .c files. You know that there are .c files as well as .cpp files. But I want to list out only the .c files. Star.c. Okay. What is this star? Star means any characters. Okay. Beginning with any characters. 0 or more, any number. 0 or more occurrence of any characters. And ending with .c. So that is the meaning of star.c. So all the files that end with .c, they are displayed. So for displaying all the .c, I do like this. Or ls star.cpp. Okay, how do we use this with the cp command? Okay, so where am I? I am in the procs directory. Okay, so which are the other directories in my home directory? What is the meaning of dot dot? Dot dot means parent of the current directory. So I am going to Murali_Maha. There, whatever files are there, I am listing them. Okay, so procs, cprocs, everything is there. Okay, so ls .. cprocs. What is the meaning of giving .. cprocs? Dot dot means go to the parent. So where am I? I am in procs directory. So go to the parent means what? Go to Murali_Maha. Okay. Yeah, under that there is a directory called cprocs. So .. cprocs meaning go to Murali_Maha. There is one cprocs directory. So go to there and then list the files under that. So it lists the files under cprocs. So it doesn't give any output. It means that cprocs doesn't have any files. Okay. So what I want to do is that from procs, whatever are the .c files, I want to copy to cprocs. I want to copy to cprocs. How do I do that? cp. So I don't have to give the .c files one by one. What I can do? I can just give. Now where am I? I am in procs. Okay. Maybe if I want to go to my parent, I can go. Now cp procs /star.c to cprocs. Okay. So all the .c files would be copied from procs to cprocs. Now ls-l cprocs. Yes, all the .c files have been copied to cprocs. Okay. So star wildcard character, it copies the files ending with .c. Okay, let us understand about a couple of more wildcard characters. So let us go to the cprocs directory. ls-l, we have these. Okay, we have prime 1, prime 2, prime 3. Okay, I want to list out all the prime.c files. Prime?.c. What this does? Prime1.c, prime2.c, prime3.c. So what is the meaning of the question mark wildcard? Question mark wildcard means any character, prime followed by any single character followed by .c. So prime 1, prime 2, prime 3.c, they are listed out. Okay. So that is the question mark wildcard character. Then there is yet another wildcard, prime square bracket 1, 2, 3 .c. What does it mean? So 1, 2, 3 within square bracket I have given, meaning prime followed by either 1 or 2 or 3. That means prime1.c, prime2.c, prime3.c, one of these files. Okay, what is the difference between prime question mark.c and prime within followed by within square bracket 1, 2, 3.c? The difference is that in prime question mark.c, it will match any character. Okay, prime followed by any single character .c. Here also in prime 123.c, here also it means that prime followed by a single character .c, but that single character should be 1 within 1, 2, 3. So this wildcard is known as character class. Character class means what? We are specifying a class of characters. For example, I will show you one more thing. Like, okay, I am going to /c procs. Okay, I am going to procs directory. We have the C as well as CPP files. Okay, ls, okay, AEIOU star.c. What does it mean? In this character class, so the file that begins with a vowel followed by any number of characters and .c. Okay, ending with .c. So area.c. Okay, let us suppose I am giving .cpp. Okay, account.cpp, employee.cpp, item.cpp, order.cpp. So all these are beginning with what? A vowel. Okay. So this is known as character class. Okay. Fine. And then if I give something like this. Okay, this means that I want to get the list of all files that don't begin with a vowel. So exclamation is known as negation wildcard character. So a character class, when it is negated by the exclamation, it means that not a vowel. So in character class, I can even give something like ls, okay, ls a to a hyphen e, for example. Meaning what? So I can specify even a range. A hyphen e means A, B, C, D, E, A to E, or 0 hyphen 9. So that way also I can specify. So I can specify the character class as a list or a range. Okay, let us suppose I am giving A to E star.c. Okay, or star.cpp. Okay, so account.cpp, employee.cpp. So I believe you would have understood about using the wildcard characters. Not only with CPP, with any command wherever it is required. When you want to get a list of files based on some condition like ending with .c or ending with .cpp or beginning with some character, not beginning with a character, all these cases, no, you can use the wildcard characters wherever applicable, wherever appropriate. Okay, so next let us move on with working with CP command using the hyphen capital or recursive option. So what do you mean by recursive option? What do you mean by recursive? Recursive means what? Doing the same task again and again and again. So for example, okay, I am in procs. Let me move on to my parent. Okay, if I give ls hyphen capital R, what happens? It recursively lists all the files under the current directory. Meaning, it lists all the files under the current directory, and whichever files are directory files, it does the same things. It lists the files in each of those subdirectories, and if those subdirectories again contain subdirectories, again it does the same thing. Lists all the files under those subdirectories. Again, if there are subdirectories under those subdirectories, again it does the same thing. So it recursively goes down, goes to the lower hierarchy step by step and lists out the files under those subdirectories, subdirectories, and so on. So with CP command, how do we do that? Let us suppose that I have one directory under which there are so many subdirectories and files, everything. It's a hierarchy. Okay, it's a hierarchy tree. Okay, I want to copy that subdirectory, entire subdirectory hierarchy tree to another directory. ls-l, okay, ls-r jan. Okay, so jan has a hierarchy of subdirectories. Okay, we want to copy this hierarchy of subdirectories, all the files under the jan, this entire hierarchy tree, we want to make a copy to another directory. Maybe I want to copy it to feb. Okay, so I am creating a directory called feb. Okay, so where am I? I am in Murali_Maha. Where is jan directory? Under Murali_Maha. So under the same my home directory only, I want to copy feb also. So what is the relationship between jan and feb? Jan and feb are siblings. Okay, see, for you to understand, I will tell you, whatever directory files you are seeing under one directory, cprox, feb, jan, prox, they are all siblings, meaning they are all children of the same parent. Okay, my parent is what? Murali_Maha. Under that, these directories exist, so they are all siblings. Okay, so from jan I want to recursively copy to feb. How do I do that? For that I have to use the recursive copy option, cp-R jan to jan/star to feb. Okay, so that recursively copies all the files from the jan directory to the feb directory. ls-R feb. Yes, it has been recursively copied. So hope you would have seen earlier in an earlier screen what are the files under jan. So the same files are copied to the feb directory. So this is recursive copying. Okay, so I believe you would have understood about these aspects of okay, using wildcards while using cp command, and we know that wildcards can be used anywhere we want to reference file, not necessarily with cp command. With any command, when we are referencing files, wherever appropriate, we can use the wildcard characters. And then the another thing that we learned is that we can do the recursive copying using the -R option. And yet another thing that we learned is that absolute referencing and relative referencing. What is absolute referencing? What is relative referencing? What is the difference and significance of the difference between the absolute and relative referencing, and what is the significance of absolute and relative referencing? Okay, so with this we'll conclude today's session. But before concluding, I'd be too glad to answer your queries on this topic, whatever we have learned. Not only this topic, but also the topics that we have seen in our earlier sessions. So I would recommend you to visit the channel and go through all the sessions if not yet done. Okay, and then you can ask your queries. Okay, so stay tuned with our channel for getting updates. You can subscribe to the channel, and for getting notifications, please click on the bell icon. Okay, so see you in the next class. Take care. Bye bye.